Do you know,
This is
the
my
most famous
call
symbol of
to
freedom on earth
my
was finished by a
motherland,
black
Uganda.
man whose name history
My
tried to
motherland,
erase.
Uganda.
Not a helper, not
I
an
love you.
assistant,
I care
but the
about
man
you.
trusted with the most dangerous
But
part
I
of the
had a
statue.
dream.
His name
I
was
know
Philippe
that I have
Reed,
spoken
born
about
around
it.
1820
I've
in
had
South Carolina. In the 1870s, as
NRM
France rushed to
apologies
complete the Statue of Liberty for
come,
the United States,
come
engineers
after me.
faced a problem they couldn't
But,
solve.
like
The
I
statue
said,
was
I
massive,
had a
the
dream
copper was
in
unforgiving, and the
2010.
torch, the very
I had
symbol
not
of
even
liberty,
been in
was
Uganda
fragile, elevated, and
for a
deadly
long
to
time.
construct.
My
Mistakes
mind,
could collapse
my
months of
prayers
work
were
or
not
kill the
even
men
on
building
Uganda.
it.
My
That's when
prayers
they
were
turned to
on,
Philippe Reed.
my
Reed was a
personal
formerly
issues.
enslaved
And
black
this is
metal
how I
worker
had
living in
this
France.
dream.
He had
But
learned his
this
craft
dream,
through
I was
forced
holding the
labor,
torch.
mastering copper
I
shaping,
have not
hammering,
even
and riveting,
thought
and
about
large-scale
it
metal
until
assembly,
today
without
that
formal
the
schooling
torch is a
and without
symbol of
choice.
freedom.
By the time Liberty was being built,
Now I
his
was
skill was
holding the
already known
torch
inside
and the
workshops,
whole
even if his
nation
name was never meant to travel
were
outside them.
behind me.
Europe did not invite black men
The
into
same way
academies,
that
salons, or engineering
the same way that
societies.
we read
Those
about
spaces were
Exodus
reserved for
coming
white
out of the land
aristocrats
of
and
Egypt,
credentialed
where
elites.
they had
But
been
workshops were
enslaved for
different.
400
Inside
years.
workshops, results
Uganda
mattered more than
marched
race,
out
as
of
long as credit could be
captivity.
controlled. So Reed was allowed in, not honored,
Enslavement.
not
After
celebrated,
40 years,
used.
I don't
When
know.
construction reached the torch, supervisors
say,
made a quiet
but I
decision.
saw Uganda
Philippe Reed was placed in
united.
charge of the copper work,
It
at the
was
highest, most dangerous
unity,
section of the statue.
and
He wasn't just
spoke one
following
voice.
instructions,
They
he supervised the
marched
critical
in
shaping
their
of the torch's
victory.
copper plates. He
Now,
climbed where others
I did
wouldn't.
not even
He
know Bobby
hammered,
Wine.
fitted, and reinforced the
Probably I'd
structure
heard about
that would be
him,
lifted
I do
above
not
the
know.
statue's arm
But it
and held
is
against the
when
sky. The torch was
Bobby
assembled
Wine
under his
almost
watch.
got
This
killed
matters, so be
in
clear.
Arua
The
in
torch is not
2018,
decorative.
and
It is symbolic.
I picked up
It
the
is structural.
interest.
It is
Why?
exposed to
Only
wind, weather,
one
and
person.
time. And it was trusted
Like
to a black
whole
man whose
nation
freedom
would
had
speak
once
one
been
voice.
denied.
A
When the
whole
Statue of
nation
Liberty
would
was
fight for
completed,
one
the
person.
world celebrated.
And I
Politicians
thought,
gave
who is
speeches.
this
Newspapers
Bobby Wine?
praised France's generosity.
But as I've
Engineers
followed
signed their
Bobby
names into
Wine,
history.
I have
But Philippe
noticed
Reed
something
disappeared from the story,
special about
not by
Bobby Wine.
accident. Workshop records
He
listed
may not be the
supervisors, not
best of the
craftsmen.
best,
Contracts
but
were signed
Bobby
in white
Wine has
names. Black labor
something
was treated as
very
replaceable,
special.
not record
Now,
worthy. They trusted his hands, but not his name.
Bobby Wine
Skill
has
was
come
acceptable, recognition was not.
politics.
And here is the contradiction history avoids. The symbol of freedom
2021, I had
was
a
finished
dream
by
that
a
Bobby
man
Wine
who
won.
had once been denied his own.
As
A
when
man
he
born
won,
without
of course,
liberty
as
was
President
trusted
Museveni
to shape
being a
it for the
dictator,
world.
he
When the
declared
statue
himself
arrived
the
in
president.
America,
When
it was
he
hailed
declared
as a
himself the
promise.
president,
Liberty
Bobby
enlightening
Wine
the
took
world,
case to
but the
court.
world was
I
never
think God was
enlightened
trying to
about the man who
reveal to me the
completed its flame.
systems of
Over time,
Uganda,
textbooks
how
simplified
they
the story.
work, how they
Exhibits
operate,
removed
because
laborers. Credit
I
flowed
saw
upward, away from workshops,
saw
away from black hands,
confusion in
away from
court.
uncomfortable
And then
truths.
Bobby Wine
They remember
pulled
the
out the
statue.
case.
They remember
But
the monument.
then
But they forgot
it
the
was
man
also
who made
another
sure
way
liberty
of
could
carrying
stand,
Bobby
burn,
Wine for
and
another 5 years,
survive.
because
They later
Museveni
called it
used
collaboration.
COVID